So I am really excited about today, and I am going to be real with you. Every time I share my story, I get a little nervous. I've been doing this for 5 years, and it's one of those things that I always feel this like nervous, excited energy, and I'm just really grateful that all of you are here. I loved reading through all of your introductions. All of you are just amazing people, and I'm just so blessed to be surrounded by you guys. So I'm gonna go back to like where it all started. The goal of this video is to share my story with you, share my heart with you, explain to you how I got started and how I was able to build this business while working full time and teaching and having a crazy life, and kind of how I got to where I am today. So to get to that part of my story, I should go back to where it all started, and I apologize for the background noise in advance. It is landscaping day, so there will be noise, just so you know, and my dog might start barking because he's afraid of the lawnmower. But anyway, I'm going to go back to where it all began. So if you are just hopping on and you're watching live, say hello, drop a heart. If you are watching the recording, like this video so I know that you've watched it. Also, I put some questions in the description, so if you could go ahead and answer those, that would be amazing. So before I became a coach, you know, I always had this dream and this vision of being a teacher, and I always knew that I had it in my heart that I wanted to be a teacher and help other people, and I just always had that in me, and I still have that in me, which I think is why I have been able to have so much success in this business, because I have a genuine heart for helping people, which is super important, and all of you seem to have that, which makes me excited. So growing up, I didn't have a ton of friends. I was the girl who was picked on from like second grade all the way through college, but yeah, that sucked going through that then, but I know that I went through that for a very specific reason. Like, I went through everything hard that I have gone through in my life. Everything that I have dealt with in my life has made me stronger and has brought me here. And if I didn't go through those things, I wouldn't be here speaking to all of you. So everything in our lives that we have to deal with, I really believe is a blessing in disguise. And it has brought us to, where we are meant to be on our life path. So I always struggled with my body image just because, I was always picked on and made fun of as a kid. Not that I was like really overweight, but I wasn't like super, super skinny either. I have a very athletic body. And I just always felt a little uncomfortable about myself. And going to college, I didn't have a very great roommate experience. The first couple of years I lived with girls who, to me, it was like their mission in life to make my life a living hell. I was called really, really terrible names. It got to the point where I had to like change the doorknob on my door for my room because we lived in a house. I had to change it to a doorknob that you put on a house so that you had to open it with a key. So like they could not get into my room. I just felt very uncomfortable, very unsafe, and just very vulnerable. And I didn't like how that felt. I developed anxiety during that time. I was feeling very depressed about where my life was. But I was really focused on school, and I was really focused on my studies, and I was there to be a teacher, and I always had that in like the back of my head, like, none of this matters. You're here because you want to help people and you want to change other people's lives. So I did graduate from college. I was an education major, English major, a double major, and I also have an ESL endorsement. And I remember distinctly, like towards the end of my senior year in college, like looking in the mirror and thinking, oh my God, who is that person that I'm looking at? Because that is not me. Like, not only was I overweight, I just looked so sad. I was depressed. And if I look back at that picture, I don't even recognize that person. I remember what it felt like to be her, but I don't even know who she is because I'm so far beyond her. But luckily, my last couple of years of college, I was in a sorority. So I did have positive people in my life, and I was having a lot of fun, and, I gained a lot of weight because I was having a lot of fun and I was drinking a lot, and just partying it up, living my best life, or so I thought, my best life back then. Now I know I'm a little more enlightened. But I had gained a lot of weight and I didn't recognize who I was. So it was that mess. It was me getting into that situation of, oh my God, who am I? That brought me here. And I had discovered, this program. I was looking on Instagram and I saw this girl and I'm like, oh my God, she looks really awesome. I've been following her for a bit. I knew her a little bit from high school, and I reached out to her and I was like, hey, what are you doing? Like, I need to do whatever it is that you're doing. And she told me, it's this thing, it's called Beachbody, and we do these workout programs and we drink these shakes. And like, I didn't care what it was. I needed to do it. I was like, that looks awesome. Looks like it's working for you. sign me up. I don't care how much it costs. I don't care. Like, I need this. Like, I was desperate at that point. And when I say desperate, I was so desperate that even though I didn't have any money, I used my credit card to sign up. And I was like, whatever, you know, work for her. It's going to work for me. And I really trusted her. And wholeheartedly, I trusted her because I saw her results and I saw she was being a product of the product. She was using these things. She was sharing her journey. And I was like, this girl, like, this is real. I need that. I need that energy. I need that excitement about life. So I signed up with her. And I started to feel amazing. I got into a routine. My life was so crazy busy, but I got into a routine. I started working out and feeling good and moving my body more. And, you know, being someone who played sports my whole life and then going to college and then not playing sports, I kind of fell out of that routine. So once I started this journey, you know, I craved waking up a little bit earlier and getting my workout done. And I felt good about myself. And I felt so good that I was like, I need to share this with people. People need to understand that, like, you can feel good and it just takes a little bit of extra effort. So, you know, I was starting to eat better and I was exercising and I needed to share this. And I signed up because I wanted to work on myself originally. Like, I didn't sign up like a lot of you in here, which is super exciting. You're like, I want to build a team. I want to grow this awesome team. I want to help people. Like, I love that. I wish I signed up with that energy and that vision. I didn't. I signed up selfishly to work on myself, but there's nothing wrong with that. If that is you and you're here to work on yourself, that's completely fine, because that was me 5 years ago. But what I realized was this is so much more than me. This is so much more than just working on myself. So this was like in the summer leading up to when I was going to start my first teaching job in the fall. So not only was I starting my first year in kindergarten teaching, which if you're a kindergarten teacher, it's crazy. So much fun, so high energy, but so crazy and draining. I also was in grad school because I was going back to school for my master's in special education. And then I was also driving like 3 hours a day because it was an hour and a half-ish to get to work. And then I had to go to grad school and then I would come home. So it was like about 3 hours I was in the car every single day. So my time was very limited. It wasn't that I needed anything extra on my plate, but I just knew that this was just so amazing. And if I could help a couple people, like if I could help 3 people a month, even that, like that would feel amazing. So I went all in, and that was what my life looked like when I started. Insane. But I knew that I had a gift, and I knew that I had something to share with this world, and I knew that there was more to life than just going to work and coming home and going to sleep, and going to work, coming home, going to sleep, and doing that on repeat every single day. So how I did that was I woke up a little extra earlier. You know, I woke up 30 minutes earlier, got my workout done, checked into my accountability group, shared my journey every single day. And when I started, you guys, like, there was no Instagram stories. There was no Facebook stories. It was literally, you post on Instagram, you post on Facebook. And if you scroll back to like my very first post, you'll probably be like, ooh, that stuff worked? Oh my God. Yeah, it worked. Doesn't work now, but it worked back then because that was the way that social media was back then. And it has evolved so much. And, you know, I will be here to help you and guide you in the right direction as far as that, because I've learned a ton over the past 5 years of being a coach, and I'm always dedicating time to learning more and sharing with our team. But just being myself and being authentic and sharing my journey, like I've connected with the most amazing people. I've connected with all of you. Hello. You know, and I've been able to help impact so many lives just by being myself. So I woke up a little earlier, got my workout done. I used half of my 3-hour commute for personal development time. So I would listen to podcasts or audiobooks in the car. So those of you who are in the car, if you're worried about time, that's a great time for you to utilize to work on your mindset, because mindset is everything. And like, we get to do that. That's part of our job. And these are things like exercising, eating healthier, working on your mindset. These are things that everyone in this world should do anyway, regardless if like it's part of their job. But the fact that it is part of our job is just freaking awesome. And if more people in this world worked on their mindset daily and exercised and took care of themselves, what better of a world would we have? Like, isn't that insane to think about? So these were things that I should have been doing anyway, that now I had a reason to do them. And now it's just become part of who I am and what I love to do. I also used my lunch break to be productive with my scrolling time and not just like scrolling and looking at everybody else's life. You know, I went in my lunch break with a plan. I would use that time wisely. I would use that time to connect with other people on social media. I would use that time to answer messages. I would use that time to invite women to be a part of our community. I would use my time effectively, and that is how I was able to grow this business with a full schedule. I would use commercial breaks of The Bachelor to do that. You know, any little pocket of time I had, I just was very effective and very you know, disciplined with how I was using my time. And then I would always dedicate at least an hour to specifically my business, you know, doing whatever it was I needed to do at night before I went to bed. Maybe that meant writing my post for the next day or planning out my day or whatever it was. I dedicated an hour before I went to sleep to do that. And I did that every day, over and over and over and over, and created consistency. And that consistency of doing those same things every day, those little things, like it wasn't giant, crazy things I was doing every day. It was little things that all of you can do. Doing that consistently over time has created this amazing business and life that I live today. So because I said yes to myself, I not only said yes to me, I said yes to like hundreds of other women, probably even thousands at this point, of other women. I said yes to them. You know, me saying yes not only changed my life, but it has helped me change so many other people's lives. You know, you're all here because I said yes. All of the girls on my team are here because I said yes. And it has not only given me the tools to change my life, but also show other people that they can change their lives too, and build that belief in other women that I didn't have when I started, that I have developed over time. You know, you're looking at me on my day like, I don't know, 365 times 5. I can't do math that fast. Maybe Carly can help me with that because she's the math genius in here. Actually, no, Ava, sorry. I know one of you is like really good at math. Not me. I was an English major. But a lot of days, like you are going to be on your day one. I'm on my day like something in the thousands. So don't look at me and compare you to me. And that's not to say that I'm any better than you. We are all equal here. But I don't ever want you to come in and look at me where I am today. Remember, 5 years ago, I was not this girl. And everyone starts their day one somewhere. But because I said yes, I have been able to not only help myself, but help so many other women say yes to themselves and say yes to their families and say yes to their goals and their dreams and do the things that they want to do with their lives. So statistically, like some things that I have been able to do, you know, I was able to move to Florida when I was 23. I retired from teaching. Actually, I may have been 24 by the time we moved, but I moved down to Florida to live where I wanted to live my whole life because it's beautiful here. And because I'm here, I've met some of you awesome people who live in Vero. I also have now, I earn in 1 year what it would have taken me 3.5 to 4 years to earn as a teacher at my old job. And I say that with grace because Beachbody does not guarantee any specific level of income for each person. Like your income that you are going to earn, your success is based on your hard work, your diligence, your willingness to show up daily and just do the things. It doesn't just happen, but you can do this. And I'm not a crazy magical person. Like I'm just a normal girl who didn't have any belief in herself, started working on that. And here I am today sharing this with you. So if I can do it, any of you guys can do this. All of you can do the things that I have done and even surpass me. And that's my goal. Like I want to help you guys get to where I am and even keep going, surpass me. I want to see you succeed. I love seeing the girls on my team succeed because it makes me, you know, the teacher in me, my heart is so happy to see them all, you know, living their dreams and doing that awesome stuff for themselves. So I also, because of this business, I've been able to purchase my first home at the age of 26. You know, I have freedom. I have financial freedom. I have freedom to travel. I have just freedom. It just feels amazing to have freedom over my schedule and all of those things. And I'm saying this, like I said, with grace, because I know maybe that's not your goal. Maybe you love your job. And if you do, that's amazing. Like I loved teaching. I still love teaching. And I'm really grateful that I still get to teach, but in a different way. But maybe you never plan on leaving your current job, and that's okay because we have plenty of successful coaches on our team who are doing this as a side business that are making a full-time income with their side business on top of their regular income, which is also equally incredible. So whatever your goal is or your passions are, like this business allows you to do that and add a little extra value and purpose to your life. And it's up to you what you do with it. You know, this is your business. So whatever your mission is, maybe your mission is to help people with emotional eating. Maybe you really want to help people with their mindset. Maybe you are someone who wants to focus on self-love and body positivity and things like that. Like, everyone has their own angle and approach to this business, which is what I love the most about this. So most importantly though, and I'm gonna end very soon because I don't want this to run too long, but most importantly, what I have gained from this business, aside from the financials, which are amazing, like being debt-free is amazing and all of those things are amazing, yes, but the mindset that I have developed over these past 5 years, you know, the self-worth that I now have for myself that I didn't have for myself 5 years ago, those are things that you can't put a price tag on. Those are things that I have been able to, you know, create for myself because of all the work I've been doing over these past 5 years. And, you know, when you get to surround yourself with amazing people like yourselves, that just kind of comes along with it. You are like the 5 people you surround yourself with most. And being a part of this team and surrounding myself with people just like you and these other awesome women that you will get to meet when you join us has really made all the difference for me. You know, I can show up on a video like this with confidence. Couldn't do that 5 years ago. Thankfully, there was no Facebook Live 5 years ago when I started. But it's truly a blessing to be here with you guys. So getting to help other women and, you know, teach in another way. Like, I'm still a teacher. I'm once a teacher, always a teacher. But this is my way to, you know, share my passions with other people and help other women just like you live out your dreams. And I would love to know what your dreams are. If you could share those in the comments, that would be amazing. But that's how I did it. That's how I did it. That's how I got from where I was to where I am. And I know I say this with total confidence that every single one of you in this group can get to where you want to go. And it's not about just the things that you're achieving along the way. It's the person you're becoming in the process. And I'm just really grateful that I will get to be a part of that journey with you. So I hope that my story resonated with you. I hope that something I said really helped you find that belief in yourself that you can do this and you can set goals, and they can be big. You know, they could be little goals, but that you can set big goals and you can achieve them. And nobody out there is ever going to take those goals away from you. No one can ever dull your sparkle. We are all going to glow up together. And I'm just, like I said, so grateful and blessed to be here and get to share my story with you. So thank you for listening. Sorry I talked a little bit long. I'm just super passionate about this. But I will be sharing another video later today that will give you all the details of like how we earn that money, you know, how we share what we, like our journey, just all the little kind of like information stuff that you probably still want to know. And then enrollment's going to open tomorrow. So make sure you watch this video and the other video. If you have any questions, reach out to me, please. I want to make sure that I answer those, and have an awesome rest of your day. And I cannot wait to welcome you all to our team. Bye. Love you.